What's up? What's up? I just been thinking like, fuck. I can't release. I had that dream that I released, and I felt like shit. I dreamed that I went into this restaurant with my father. It was a dream though, and I'm in the restroom. I don't know if it was like a PSP or a Game Boy or something, a little gadget like a sidekick phone, and I released. And when I released, it felt so real. I felt like shit, and I don't want to feel like that no more. Like I don't want to experience that feeling. It doesn't feel good, man. It feels like shit. Like to lose your energy, like your legs, especially your legs. And like your legs get spaghetti, right? And you get that brain fog, and then you feel regret, shame, and you feel like you're not aligned, like you're not straight. It's like your head's going this way, your legs going that way, your back. It feels weird. That's how I felt in that dream, and it was a warning to not release. I can't release, baby. If you practicing this, you can't blame semen retention for everything. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But everything does magnify. Everything. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again for the new viewers. Everything gets magnified. My dreams are more vivid. My emotions are more raw. I can't be fake around people. People know when I'm mad. People know when I'm happy. They could feel it. They'll feel. Some of them could already feel before I even get in the fucking gym, my house. I knew you were coming, and I say this because before I start talking to certain people, they had synchronicities of me. They'll be like, "Oh, I was just gonna call you," and I called them, or they called me, and I thought about them. You know what I mean? Or I bump into people from high school that I haven't seen in years. Like, what a fucking coincidence, you know? That kind of died down right now. Probably like a month, 2 months ago, I kept seeing people that I haven't seen in years. From March, it started in March. I started seeing people that I haven't seen in years. I mean, it was weird. That kind of died down right now. But this long streak, I don't think that's just the way I think. It doesn't mean that I'm correct. I don't feel like someone at my age is doing what I'm doing, so it does stand out. It's not being narcissistic or self-centered or self-absorbed, because everyone that I see is married or has a chick. You know what I mean? I'm the one that got left behind, and I don't feel bad. You could say cope, because I don't got my shit, my ducks sitting on a row. I would be crying. I'd probably off myself if I had kids, if I couldn't defend and protect. I'd be fucking going crazy. It wasn't meant to be. And I'm seeing a lot of people struggle. A lot. It's not just me. Everyone's going through some shit. And it's spiritual and financial. If it's not financial, it's physical. The majority of the people that I've talked to, and I'm always gonna bring it up because I have that grudge. I'm not gonna let go of that grudge until the day I die. That's one thing, man. I can't let go of what happened in 2020. I can't let it go. Other things I've let it slide, but I can't. That's just me. I will not be tricked. You know what I mean? The people that I've talked to that took that snake protein, whatever bullshit. Not everyone will admit to me, but they subliminally tell me like, damn, I haven't been the same, you know. And it might trigger one of you guys, and I'm not doing it on purpose. If you took it, try to take out the metals. If you can't afford zeolite, whatever the fuck, or parasites or bendenzole, whatever, for the dogs, dewormer, try oregano. Try something like oregano oil. Something that takes and extracts metals. I mean, you have metals no matter what since you're a kid. If you took any silver for cavities, you have mercury. Took in some syringes to go to school, you know. We all know that. But I already had that feeling when I had Kaiser. When I had a good job, I had Kaiser. They were trying to give me the flu. The flu, you know. I told them, I don't need that. Like, well, I have my immune system on point. I would probably get sick once a year, never. And then when I did retention, I'd never get sick. And that's why I was hanging on to my streaks. But when I would release, bad things would happen, real bad fevers, aches. I told you guys I went through the ER for stage 2 dehydration. One time I went for 2 IVs, then like three or 4 days later I went for another 2 IVs. I was still dehydrated. All the salt, I got rid of all the salt. Right now I have a lot of salt. If I sweat, you can see the white stuff on my shirt. I'm retaining a lot of water. But anyways, that's why I was also retained. There was a lot of reasons. And I told you, for the long streak, you have to have a good reason. Because you might go cuckoo. You might go a little, the energy's crazy. And it could backfire on you. It could backfire on you if you don't know how to control your anger or your energy, you know what I mean? You're going to get tested no matter what. But it's way more obvious. Now, people could tell you that everything's all positive. That's cool. You could believe whatever you want. But there is positive, but there's also negative. It's just that's the way it is. I'm giving it to you straight. There is a lot of positive benefits. I don't have dirty dreams no more about reverse cowgirl and shit like that. I don't have that. Before I would have dirty dreams, succubus dreams. I haven't had one in a while. The last one, I think I made a video about the succubus and my homeboy. She kept coming in my dreams, like, and I saw her cheating on him. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know if I could go 3 years. I don't think. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think. Right now, at this moment, this point, I feel like I can make 2 years. July 23rd. I feel like I can make it without releasing. I can make it. But I don't know if I can make it for another year. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, that's just crazy. And I've heard of people doing it 4 or 5 years. It's too much pinned up energy, man. It's like if you don't know how to transmute that shit, it's like it could destroy you. You know, it's not healthy. And I'm speaking from the heart, bro. If you do 6 months, you're good. If you go over 6 months, I say over a year, but you're gonna do over 6 months, you're gonna be able to hit it here easy. Most dudes aim for 100 days, and that's cool. I seen the most obvious attraction that I had, it fluctuates with every streak, was from like 70 to 150 days. From all the long strings that I've had, like crazy attraction, crazy. Once you get past a certain amount of months or years, it comes and goes, but it's not as crazy. But they could feel you, man. They could feel you. When homeboy Ron G whatever, or I don't know who said that I have a strong look. You're not the first one to tell me that. Women have told me, guys have told me, hey fool, you have an edge to you. I didn't think nothing of it. I can't change the way I look. You know what I mean? I look everyone in the eye. I try not to. I don't like to give people energy that don't deserve it. Women too, they get high off of it. If they find any sort of attraction, any little type of attraction, and you give it to them, they expect you to always give it to them, and the moment that you don't, they resent you. You know what I mean? I'm having that problem right now at the gym. There was a chick I spoke about it that was trying to give me a hard time because I forgot my key tag, my phone, and there was no traffic, nobody there, and she was giving me a hard time. And she said, "Let me give you a key tag." And I go, "Nah, I don't need it. I have it at home. I just forgot it. But you need to look." Like I wanted to tell her to stop the bullshit. I'm paying. The main manager came and what's going on, and she changed her whole attitude. Well, ever since that incident, and I had a feeling that she was gonna change with me because one of the females that used to be at that other gym where I got banned, she talks to her. So I'm like, I know she's talking shit about me, you know what I mean? But I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna show up to the gym. If they find a way, well, fuck it. They gave me banned or whatever. But I didn't talk disrespectful. I just, what's the problem? Like my phone number, my face. You took a picture of my face. Everything's there. My email. Like what the fuck, you know? And what if I forget it tomorrow? Like, well, what are you gonna do? Like spank me? Like, but when I went today, it's like she you could feel it, man. She's like, I don't like it. And it's like, I feel the same way too, bitch. You know what I mean? And I could feel it, and you could feel, but I'll send that shit back to you. You know what I mean? Can't fake it. That's what I'm trying to say. When I go and scan, if I see her, hi, I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna look at you. That's just how it is. And when I'm leaving, you're doing your job. I understand. I'm not gonna say bye, have a good fuck, because I don't mean it. I only say things when I mean it. I don't like that fake shit. If I have a job that has customer service, I have to do that fake shit. You know what I mean? Hi, welcome to Target or whatever. Hi, welcome to Best Buy. Have a good day. But if I'm not, I'm not gonna do that. It's not required. And then it's like I can't expect everyone to like me, man. It's all good. You know what I mean? You can't expect everyone to like you. It is what it. I'd rather them show me their true color, so I know who the fuck they are. You know, instead of having people that don't show that they really hate me but want to get into my corner, want to get really close to me to fuck me over. That's what's dangerous about humans. And in semen retention, it's like it's very hard for the snakes to fake it because they slip up. They slip up all the time. If it's not intuition, if it's not discernment, you know what I mean? If it's not the dream, they fuck up by accident. Some way, shape, or form. They say something, the micro expressions, the energy is not there, something ain't right. You're gonna see it. And you should use it for your advantage. Especially if you live in the hood. If you live in a grimy city right now, you should be on retention. But just know you ain't gonna have privacy on long streaks. You're not. You're not. No privacy. I understood, like I know Malcolm X is a smart motherfucker, Malcolm X. And they said he did 12 years. 12 years. He changed the way he used to be, right? He was like a little thug, went to jail, whatever. Then became sophisticated, smart. And all the females found him attractive. Right? The brothers, they're like, I don't know what you see in him. Because other brothers will be like, oh, yeah, I got Tyrone, Chad, yeah, he's muscle, he has good looks, genetics. They weren't saying that about Malcolm X, the brothers. But the women were intrigued by him. And he knew how to control his energy and very intellect. The aura, man, the aura was strong. And they're like, damn, this is a strong brother. When people see that you don't drink, that you don't smoke, that you don't watch the hub, that you don't do none of that, and you talk to these people at work, anywhere, they look at you crazy, bro. I swear to God, they that's why I don't talk to nobody. I tried it. I try to put youngsters on game, and they were cool in my face, but behind my back they were clowning. And I didn't even get butthurt. I was like, all right, fuck it, I was trying to help. I wasn't trying to force my beliefs or anything, because I don't like to push people away from God. I don't want that to be used against me when I go. But I respect everyone that has their beliefs. I respect everyone. But yeah, this is a long ass video. Ranting bullshit. Keep retaining. The homeboy that talked about the black and miles. Hey, homeboy. That's why I didn't like my cousin. When you talk to me, I could relate to you. When you talk to me about that black and mile comment, my cousin, the one that showed me the hub and all that nasty perverted shit, he got me into black and miles at 12 years old. I was doing it till like 14, 15. And I was really fast. I've always been fast, but I didn't have endurance from smoking that. And the best shape, the best stamina that I had was from 31 to 33. I was faster and had more endurance at that age than in high school. And the only thing that really, really pumped me up, to be honest with you, when I was running those 5-7 miles, minimum of 3 miles, but I had mostly 5-7 miles, walking 2 to get there and back, was that I knew that I had an advantage, because a lot of fuckers were falling for myocarditis. A lot of them were and they were wearing the fucking mask while they were jogging or whatever. At the parks everywhere, there was collapse. When I was going to a certain park, I think 3 collapses happened during that pandemic, 2021. No one knew about it. like that it had to do with that. You know what I mean? They were blaming it on the fucking mask or whatever. That was the rumors, but it's that. And I felt like I had the edge because I'm like, I saw a lot of young dudes that couldn't run a mile, and there was only like two or three dudes that were real runners and would compete with me and smoke me. Like they wanted the attention, like the props. And I did give two of them the props. They were humble. But one of them, I just turn off my machine and I'll go to another one, another section. Like, I get the fuck away from him. Because the way he carried himself, I don't like it. I'm like, nah, I'm out. You're worse than a bitch. It's like the gangster dudes that drive the lowriders and all that. The Thunderbirds that I've seen. They want my attention. What the fuck? Do it for the females, fool. Like, get at the bitch. Don't get at me, dog. Don't be looking for my attention or like, look at me. Fuck you, dog. Uh-uh. That's that's lame, dog. But anyways, to the people that are struggling, this is my last thing that I'm gonna just turn off the record button. Um, this thing, the corn and self pleasure, is addicting. I get a dopamine. I drink more calories than I eat. I swear, I drink more calories than I eat. So I have an addiction with Coke. That would be my downfall. Fucks up your teeth, your bones. It's acid, man. It's liquid crack. But anyways, I'm not perfect, bro. If I'd rather have that than an alcohol addiction. But if you have this addiction to corn, you need to get something where you're not allowed to watch. You need to get rid of Instagram. If you don't have a channel where you're promoting sales or Instagram where you're promoting your business, whatever you do, man, sell shirts, necklaces, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Or a cooking channel, get rid of it. Until you're able to control. Because I'm pretty sure there's dudes out there that could control it. They could watch it and nothing affect them. And they could also get it in reality. It's better in reality. Everything's way more better in reality over virtual. It's way better. And I don't mean to boast or nothing, because they said the average man has experienced 3 women. I have never paid transactional. Transactional, I mean, I have never went to a female and said, how much would it take for you to sleep with me? For me to get the goodies? How much do you charge? How much is the room? I've never done that. You know what I mean? Some people be like, well, I'm way above average because I went to TJ and to Figueroa or Long Beach Boulevard. No, bro. I mean, you all pay one shape, way, and form. But not like that, direct. Where you catcall and you say, all right, or back page, or escort. You know, we had the back pages back then. People just get the escorts like that and hit them up. Hey, I got a room right here. You know what I mean? You get me. When I was at that bank, I saw a lot of those escorts. Top notch. Black, white, Mexicans. Escorts. I saw trans. I saw it all. And I saw the dudes. And most had trust funds, the ones that were getting it. There were Asians, white boys. I saw some African Americans that looked young on bikes. They were pulling. They were retired. They had served the Navy and other shit. They had businesses. So, but they were paying for it. You know what I mean? It's not. It wasn't like you meet genuinely someone that's into the same thing as you. Like if you're a gamer, you meet another gamer. If you're into fucking Pokemon, Harry Potter, you meet another bitch like that. Nah. Or you're like Michael Hearn, right? He's a bodybuilder, whatever model, and his wife's the same thing. Opposites do attract, but you get the point, right? I'm not gonna brag about my body count, but it's way above 3. The average human experiences 3 women. 3 women. Women experience man way more, way more. A fucking grenade, a sub 5 grenade could get 50. If she goes clubbing, there's always a desperate motherfucker drunk that will take one for the team. Trust me. A sub 500 grenade. And there's nothing wrong with it because there's people that are really into heavy women. I've seen the rants where if she ain't 300, I don't want her. There's someone for everyone. That's why I don't like to hear those rants. I mean, I've seen this guy's channel, man, but I don't like to hear the bitching about looks all the time. I don't. Because if it was all looks, everyone would be good looking. Your bloodline would not be carried on. You'll have a few here and there. Drunk SCX here and there. Kids that came out. Oh, I was high or I was drunk. But not everyone's good looking. When you look, not everyone to you is good looking. Everyone has their own. They say it's the eye of the beholder. Not everyone to you is a dime. No, not everyone is a 10 to you. It's a fucking lie. And I seen some ugly motherfuckers, ugly, that have less than you. And the only thing that I saw was the game. That the game was them not having nothing to lose and not being scared. And I guess putting the hammer down, because you gotta have something. You know what I mean? If it's not money, if you don't have looks, there has to be some. Your smile, your skin, something that they like. That there's a bait and I got. You know what I mean? Now to keep them is a different. It's a different ball game. But yeah, for the person that has that, you see, we don't all have the same beliefs. For the person that thinks it's just all looks, it is true that women don't see you for your personality, to the looks, but you could still grow on women if you don't have the looks. You could still grow on them. It's happened. I've seen it. Seen it a lot of times. And if you're at the right place at the right time, that's luck. But yeah, it could happen. She's having trouble. You could get in there. I I've only seen a few people in my 35 years of life, a few that truly loved each other. Loved. Like, I don't think they cheated on each other. I'm not sure. But that's something that you can't buy love, bro. You can't. No one can buy it. It's you see it with Will Smith and other people that have looks, money, status. Scottie Pippen might not have the looks. I don't think women drew for him, but he's athletic. He has body game, right? He has money. He has status. He was the shit. And You saw what happened to him. But I seen ugly motherfuckers, and I seen fuckers that could dance, pull women, ugly, short, little motherfuckers. So when I hear that shit, it just goes through one ear and the other. It's it's uh it's almost like saying like I can't handle rejection. Like you're not I'm not saying the cold approach, but there is people that do that now, that are cold approaching at least 10 women a day. 10 women a day. Like fuck it, what do I have to lose? But it's the energy, the energy you can't lie with energy. Some women will pick up the thirst, and that's why I told you guys. I'm not telling you guys to be a thirsty. I made that video, be a thirst, to protect yourself. Because look at all the women that have claimed fake grapes accusations. You're hearing it now with Zion. You heard it with Shannon Sharp. And these people, yes, they have money. Yes, they're famous, athletic. Shannon Sharp is a stud for his age. I was already thinking he was zesty because he would wear a man purse. He has a weird laugh to him. His name is Shannon. I was like, there's something off about this dude. But nah, he was aiming at the snow bunnies. And look at what happened with him. And I never went to the cops, but that happened to me. And I had trauma. I won't get to the story, the whole details. But I did have trauma with that. It was in 2011. So you have to be careful, man, because you go out to a bar, right? To a party. And some immature, dumb bitch. Some women could be 20, 30, they're still little kids. Don't get it twisted. They still think like little kids. You could get her, right? Hot and ready. It's already warmed up for you. And you could sleep with her. And the next day get a fucking text say, hey, what happened? I woke up sore. Did we do anything? Just to put you on blast. If you put yeah, um, we did it. They use that against you. You know what I mean? Gotta be gotta be careful with the type of bitches that you fuck with. And that's why I said what I said about Tupac. I don't believe Tupac did that. I don't believe Kobe Bryant took the cheeks. She might have right him and said stop, and Nuffle was just clapping. What? Uh, and okay, that's great. Um, Mike Tyson with that female, she already had accused a guy prior to him, so she already had a history. You know what I mean? You gotta get the patterns, but you have to be careful because you're over here thirsty, and if you don't have the money for a lawyer, if God is not on your side, you're fucked. You're fucked. Even if you're not guilty, people still don't look at you the same for an accusation like that. And I know this for a fact because it happened to my uncle. All right, it happened with my uncle, falsely accused of his sister-in-law. He fucking couldn't sleep for years. We were giving him beer, and I don't care because no one knows my uncle. I'm not saying names, but this fucker, he's a truck driver. He didn't work for 3 years. In those 3 years, he had to write down the times and everything where he was at. And when he went to court and with his lawyer, they caught the other female lying. And then his own wife was already believing her own sister. And then they're back to normal. And my family, which my grandpa was alive at the time. And my grandma's still alive. They couldn't sleep. They were stressing. And then they're like, oh, so you guys are back together now? Like nothing happened. But false accusations. That's another thing you have to worry about. You gotta worry about STDs. You gotta worry about false accusations. You gotta worry about if you don't know, but she has another dude that's sprung, even if she's not with the dude. There's always a crazy motherfucker out there that, in his mind, is she's mine, stalking her. If you have never gone out like that, you've never been around the block, you're not gonna understand me. You're not gonna understand me, bro. You know, and it's okay. But I'm speaking to the dudes that grew up like me. You know what I mean? So that's who's gonna raise it. The people that used to do drugs, drink, smoke, this smash before party. Not everyone's gonna have the same life path or the same experiences. There's some dudes that will never, and there's nothing wrong with it, will never experience a woman. There's nothing wrong with that. You hear me? If you didn't experience a woman, it wasn't meant to be. That's too many years. Too many years. You know what I mean? Whether you were ready or not, it's too many years. My analytics show a few, like 5%, 18, 24, and then 25 to 34. It's like 40 something, and then 50% is from 35-year-olds to 44-year-olds. And believe me, bro, if I could be a virgin, I'd rather be a virgin right now. If I could have my innocence, I would rather have my innocence. It was overrated. Out of all the females that I clapped, I only got good energy with one. One. Good energy, like, oh, I'm ready to go play ball and I'm pumped up. Um, like you go to work, whatever, like nothing bothers you. Like you can't wait to go back to that. I don't know if you experienced that feeling before. If you have, then you'll understand. But if you never had that experience, you won't understand me. You won't resonate. Yeah. But can we agree with and bring the car? To the other people that have done this and felt drained, I believe you, because I had that happen to me. This is even before SR. The one that falsely accused, tried to ruin my reputation. I was able to redeem myself because my homegirl that worked at the city came to me. I'll just say that. She didn't believe it. And I go, well, you know what? I have a recording. You want to see the recording? You know what I mean? No, that's cool. I go, I have a recording. I go, if she wants to go that route, we can go that route. Nothing ever happened. But because of her homegirl trying to ruin my reputation, I didn't feel comfortable going to parties. I felt like a torpedo was going to get at me. Because women don't like to lose. They don't like to look stupid. You know what I mean? So women are, and she was a gangster bitch. And that's what I attract. I attract younger women than me. And older women, not my age. It's weird. But I attract gangster bitches. That's one thing that I can't lie. I can't deny. Yeah, my homegirl, after that, she had my back and everything. She invited me to parties, and I said, nah. She worked for the city. She doesn't do it no more. She doesn't work for the city no more. But I was like, I ain't trying to get set up. I don't. If she's gonna be at your party, you know, she's with some fool and the fool's a banger, you know what I mean? Even if it's not true, you know what I mean? Like I didn't do that. She could say it and that fool could pop me. You gotta know how to move. I'm just putting you guys on game. on semen retention, but the people that have done what I've done understand. That's what I'm trying to say. If you've never smashed, if you never party, if you never smoked, you could just take whatever you want, but it's not everything's gonna resonate. Not everything. The attraction always gonna be there, but you're also gonna have days, like I said, like who the fuck am I? What am I doing? I don't feel it all the time, but I have felt that before. I have felt like, why am I doing this? And then I have to remind myself that dream of me spilling my seed reminded me, don't do it. Mm-mm, don't do it. And I'm gonna keep retaining. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If I feel a strong pull to a female, I don't have that what is it called, that discernment of her being a Jezebel, because the thing is, there's different types of pull. There's a pull where all you think about is sex. Your shit gets bricked up for no reason. They're pulling on you. They're thinking sexual about you. They're fantasizing. They're doing it at their house too. That's a different type of pull. And then there's another pull. It's from like the chest, the chakra, or mind, mental telepath, like eye contact, like just being around them. You feel good. You give each other power, energy. If it's like that, I'm gonna commit sin because everyone's not getting married and then, you know what I mean. I already. It's not adultery, but I already committed that sin of not getting married. I already spilled my seed. I did all types of sins already. But I told you, that's why I always feel like the Most High, even though I've had some bad cards dealt, I feel like I was able to come out on top and to speak my truth. And I know this is a long video, but this is for the people. I don't know, if they want to go to sleep, you fucking listen to me, bro. You're gonna knock out. You have problems sleeping, you have insomnia, put your earphones on and listen to me. And I'm out.